Some hack for good, some hack for evil, and some hack because Taylor Swift's Eras Tour sold out too quickly. Or at least that's how it seems now that Ticketmaster hackers have leaked what they claim are valid Taylor Swift tickets. Now that might sound cool and Robin Hood-like, but unfortunately it is not. This goes back to May when Hacker Group and sparkly Twilight vampires, Shiny Hunters, allegedly stole the data of 500 million Ticketmaster customers, including 193 million ticket barcodes. To try and put the pressure on Ticketmaster to pay a ransom, Shiny Hunters seems to have released the ticket data for 166,000 Taylor Swift tickets, with instructions on how to turn this data into scannable barcodes. Ticketmaster has released a statement saying no customers are at risk of losing their tickets because their SafeTix technology refreshes ticket barcodes every few seconds, preventing them from being stolen or copied. Having said that, they also advertise that their barcodes are saved offline to the Ticketmaster app once viewed, which could imply the tickets could be transferred. One software engineer already found a way around SafeTix just to avoid using Ticketmaster's god-awful app. Oh, and also scalpers have been bypassing Ticketmaster's rotating barcodes for at least a year now, so yeah, they're just straight up lying. Boeing has agreed to plead guilty to conspiracy to defraud the US government in relation to the two fatal crashes that occurred in 2018 and 2019. Those crashes killed a total of 346 people, but Boeing gave the Department of Justice a strong defense against going to trial. Money. In 2021, Boeing made a $2.5 billion deal with the DOJ that required the aeronautics firm to implement major safety changes and engage in no wrongdoing for 3 years. But after the door blew out on that Alaska Airlines flight earlier this year, the DOJ smartly determined that Boeing had broken the terms of the deal. Now, Boeing has accepted a new deal to avoid a trial that will require them to spend at least $455 million on improving compliance and safety programs. And they're definitely not gonna break another promise to the US government. That'd be crazy.
They pinky swore.
Yeah. Not everyone is super happy with this deal. For example, the families of the crash victims. They've made it known that they will be asking the court to reject the deal, believing it fails to hold Boeing accountable. And yeah, when you think about how Boeing's deception of federal regulators led to hundreds of deaths, a promise to do better next time does sound a bit inadequate. PC hardware manufacturer ZOTAC has come under fire for allowing anyone to access private customer data with a simple Google search. According to an investigation by Gamers Nexus, the company seemed to have been storing RMA files containing full names, mailing addresses, and other sensitive customer information in a publicly accessible server, making them accessible in Google search. Not only was customer data exposed, but business-to-business invoices were also equally Googleable. Fortunately, it seems ZOTAC is now trying to fix the issue. While links will still show up in web searches, they appear to be dead when you actually click on them. But before we give ZOTAC too much credit for doing the bare minimum after a maximum screw-up, some information is still stored in Google's cache. So if you happen to have bought and then returned any ZOTAC merchandise, you may want to search your name and ZOTAC to see if any results pop up. You can request that Google removes the result from search by clicking the 3 dots in the top right of the result. Or you can leave it up and just pretend you're famous.
I'm basically Taylor Swift.
But if being internet famous isn't really your thing, check out our sponsor, Delete Me. The pros at making sure your personal information is personal. Keeping your family's online life private isn't just about you. It's a team effort. That's why Delete Me now has family plans to cover everyone. Each family member gets their own personalized data cleanup to remove their information from the web. From the kids to the grown-ups, they've got everyone protected from online snoops and scams. And managing it all is easy peasy, so you don't even have to think about it. Head on over to the link in the video description to check out Delete Me today. Make sure to get a parent's permission before handling QuickBits. They're very sharp. Contrary to previous rumors, AM5 will not be getting a boost in the 3D V-Cache department over the previous 7000 X3D series chips. According to WCCF Tech, the new 9000 X3D processors will feature up to 128 or 96 megabytes of L3 cache on dual and single CCDs respectively. If there's one thing we love in technology, it's when things stay the same. Like core counts and clock speeds, the latter of which haven't been confirmed yet for the X3D variants. Unless you're into overclocking, you might want to wait to upgrade. Qualcomm seems to be leaving users of ARM-based Copilot Plus laptops to fend for themselves when it comes to compatibility issues. After Microsoft espoused its Prism x86 emulator for Snapdragon X notebooks, Samsung warned customers that its Galaxy Book Edge 4 Copilot Plus PC cannot run some common software. According to the Register, Qualcomm is simply directing concerned users to community-made crowdsourced websites that list compatible apps, without explaining why some apps can't be emulated. Meanwhile, Microsoft is apparently continuing to parrot that x86 emulation works great. But hey, I guess the Windows on ARM revolution couldn't be a real revolution if the new regime wasn't pumping out propaganda. It's a real M1 moment. It takes a while.
2 years for Apple.
We just learned that last month, police in Phoenix, Arizona pulled over an autonomous Waymo vehicle that was driving in the wrong lane towards oncoming traffic. The car's onboard system had apparently gotten a bit scrambled by inconsistent construction signs and wound up running a red light like a confused senior trying their best. The car had neither a driver nor a passenger, and the police dispatch records note that the responding officer was unable to issue citation to computer. According to Waymo, its cars are 3 times better at avoiding collisions than human drivers. Because human drivers also suck.
It's like multiplying by 0.
Microsoft's Notepad surprisingly got an upgrade though. Spell check and autocorrect, 41 years into development. What's next? Predictive text in 2034? The new features came out to select users earlier this year, but now that the massively complicated beta test is complete, the team has deemed it ready and safe for everyone on Windows 11. There's dozens of us. Along with all of the other developments over the past few years, like find and replace and text zooming, the debate over Notepad versus Notepad++ is over. Plus wins, just use that one, please. And Australian telecom companies are now sending suspected spam callers to Apate, an AI-powered system designed to learn more about scammers while wasting their time and frustrating their efforts. Apate is modeled off past scam baiting systems like Lenny, a 2011 chatbot meant to imitate a telephone scammer's perfect victim, a lonely old man desperate to talk, and annoy the out of them. Unlike Lenny, however, Apate can imitate victims of any age and background, making it like a shape-shifting, time-wasting hydra of an old man who just wants to talk.
My grandkids never called.
Where am I?
Who are you?
I don't have any grandkids. But it won't be a waste of your time to come back on Wednesday for more tech news, unless you consider hearing tech news a waste of time. But in that case, why are you here now? Still, come back though.